study came out that says, or that found that Seattle is the most congested city in America. Our office is in downtown Seattle. So it's always good to get out of Seattle and come and visit people in cities that don't have nearly as bad as congestion. Though Tacoma does have its share of congestion, it's nowhere near what Seattle is. Think about that for a minute. It's quite remarkable. There are other cities, much larger cities in this country, that don't have as bad as congestion as Seattle does. LA, New York, Miami, Houston, all of them are larger, but their congestion is not as bad of the surface streets as Seattle's is. A couple things that have happened in Olympia that I'd like to talk about are traffic cameras, transit funding, and traffic relief as a goal. All three of those failed. But it's interesting to talk about because they have implications as we go through the next or the rest of the year. Traffic cameras. Love them or hate them. I personally don't like them. Driving here today, I think I went through the Puyallup area, and there was an intersection there that had probably 5 cameras in every intersection, and then on top of the lights themselves had cameras as well. The legislature allowed cities to implement and to put in traffic cameras in 2005. The legislature then said that the fines should be no greater than a typical parking ticket. At that time, between $20, $25, $30, $35. So what cities did is they said, well, wait a minute. We have some parking violations that are in the $100 to $200 range. So what they decided to do is to implement fines for traffic tickets caught by a camera, whether speed or a red light, and equate them to, or use the fine range in the handicap parking violations. So in Seattle, for example, or in other cities, you have fines for traffic light cameras of about $100, $150. Well, there's a bill in Olympia this year that would limit that. It would have limited the fines to about $45. And when the legislature first approved this in 2005, their intent was very clear. It was to make the parking, or the violations, the fines, to be really about $20, $25. You can go back and listen to the testimony, and that's what their intent was. Cities are clearly skirting that intent and implementing much larger fines. Well, a bill this year would limit that to about $45. Another issue was short timing yellow lights. So what some cities will do is they'll short time the yellow light, which means that the yellow light is only lit for a shorter amount of time to increase the number of violations that occur at that intersection. More violations, more money for the city. So this bill would limit the yellow light time to 4 seconds. Now the national standard is between 3 to 5 seconds. So this bill would have taken a compromise. We looked at some of the red light cameras in Seattle. Their policy is 1 second for every 10 miles per hour. All of Seattle's red light cameras are in a 35 mile per hour zone, which means all of their yellow lights are 3.5 seconds. It's on the low end, but we didn't feel it was low enough to accuse them of short timing yellow lights. Nevertheless, the bill would limit the yellow light time to 4 seconds. It failed. So cities are currently still allowed to charge the higher fees on traffic camera violations. Yay. Another bill, or actually there was a series of bills, was looking at transit funding and expanding the ability of transit agencies to increase their revenue. Pierce Transit has a $68 million shortfall over the next 2 years. King County Metro has a $260 million shortfall over the next 2 years. So there's a lot of pressure from transit agencies this year to expand the authority that they have to tax people to improve transits, or to help fund some of that hole that they have. All of those bills fail. So what you're now seeing are transit agencies taking desperate measures to fund their budget hole. Community transit, or it's Tacoma County, they've gotten rid of all weekend service. Pierce Transit is looking at doing the same. They may also be looking at a sales tax increase. I know in Bellingham, the Whatcom Transit Authority looked at a sales tax increase. They put it on the ballot just this week, and voters rejected it. Another option that Pierce Transit is looking at doing is discontinuing service in all the outlying areas. Bonnie Lake area, Hording, Buckley, all of those areas would look at losing their transit service from Pierce Transit. All of them have said, well, we'll just de-annex from Pierce Transit's taxing authority district. So because if we're not going to receive transit service, then we shouldn't pay taxes. That would make the deficit even worse for the transit agency. But I think what those cities are trying to do is just posture to force the agency to look at issue is traffic relief. So currently the state does not have a goal of reducing congestion. And this is very important to us at Washington Policy Center because we look at everything through the lens of congestion relief. There should be a strong relationship between the transportation taxes we pay and traffic relief, especially when you consider how bad traffic congestion is in our region. Seattle is number 1. The highways around Seattle, which includes the Tacoma area, we're number 9 in the country. State auditor's report recently came out and found that traffic congestion is not a goal. So a couple bills were proposed in Olympia to make it a goal. They all failed. So we'll continue presenting that idea. It's important because it sets the tone for how state agencies spend your money. A legislator in another state called me and asked me if he could use a poll question on his blog. We ran a statewide poll a couple of months ago, and we asked this question, and he wanted to use the same question on his blog. And the question was, as you think about the government's role in transportation, how important to you is reducing traffic congestion? In Washington, not surprisingly, it was important to two-thirds of voters. On his blog, he told me that he had several people who voted on that question that it was not important at all. That traffic congestion is not important at all to them. Now, as the manager of this blog, he has the ability to go in and see who's making these, who's voting. All of the votes came from computers owned by the Washington State Department of Transportation. Believe it or not. And that is simply because we do not have a goal in this state of reducing traffic congestion. We have some other bizarre priorities. We think that the number 1 goal should be to reduce traffic congestion. A recent study, and I'll end with this, is we looked at van pools. So we're really into cost-effective measures, especially when you're looking at public transit. And one of the most cost-effective is van pools, and we completed a recent study on that, and you can find it on the back table here. Can anybody guess how much it costs per passenger mile for the Sounder meter train? $5.39 for every passenger mile traveled. Buses are about $1.70 per passenger mile. Van pools, 18 cents per passenger mile. Now, van pools are only effective as an inner-city transit mode. So think long distances in between cities. It's exactly what the Sounder is meant for, to connect commuters to large urban employment centers. But we're paying over $5 for every passenger mile traveled. Van pools can serve the exact same people for 18 cents per mile, or excuse me, 18 cents a mile. We think that you should invest in van pools before you invest in any other inner-city transit mode like express buses or rail. You can find that